slide, which I plan on powder coating. So you've got the 2 rears there, and I've got one of the front ones here. As we can see, as we press the car, they are a bit rusty. They're not too bad actually. I've gone over them, made sure there's not any cracks or anything. I don't have anything posh to test them with, there's no pressure testing here. But it will look good. But yeah, hopefully by the end of today they will look nice, shiny and copper coloured.
Copper colour. Have you got the colour?
Yeah.
So the main aim of this episode is to take them back to bare metal, or as near to bare metal as we can, put them in a sandblaster, and take them back down to their nice and uniform, and then top it. Okay, it doesn't look coppery, but
no,
yeah, I'm gonna get the camera so we can.
Sterling copper, it's called. There you go.
Sterling copper. It just looks really dark and grey, but you can kind of see roughly around the edges.
Yeah, when the light catches it, you can see.
What's the first thing, Rory?
Yeah. The first thing is, so just basically, I just try and take the worst of it off. Back down to bare metal as I can. There's a thing, basically I could put these straight in the sandblaster, but blasting paint just takes quite a long time. It's quite a lot of effort to take it off. And also, those paint flecks, they just end up in your blasting media, and then you've got to sieve it back out.
Hence the kitchen sieve.
Hence the kitchen sieve, yes. So basically I'll just use my wire wheel on various tools.
Manly tools.
Yeah, manly tools. Poly strip wheels as well, they're great. Mostly more for flatter things actually. You'll probably just use the wires on this. Get it down to bare metal and then it'll go in the sandblaster.
And who's going to be doing the sandblasting, Rory?
That would be you.
Oh yes. I'll be using that piece of kit over there. Yeah. Hopefully I don't fuck it up and sandblast the skin off my hands.
I feel excited.
What's that? No, you're all good. This is Kev. Kev's making the tea. Brilliant. All right, cool. Well, I think you need to don your PPE, mate.
I do.
How you getting on?
Well,
yeah, it's so much better compared to that one. That one's absolutely done for.
Yeah, they always get worse sort of top and bottom basically. Like not right at the top, but the next one rather than doing it.
Yeah, when all the dirt collects up on top of the strut and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So obviously the ideal here would be that I'd have some sort of paint stripper and phosphoric acid mix. So I would just dip them in and then I'd go tada. But that's extremely expensive.
Yes.
Not to mention it's also an environmental hazard.
What about evaporust?
Yeah, that's phosphoric acid.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But you basically, it wouldn't do anything. You'd have to do this first anyway.
Yeah.
And then the blaster does the same job as the blaster.
Right,
it's not, but it's certainly intricate bits. Basically, what I'll do is I'll do this first, then I'll blast it, then I might soak it in something like phosphoric acid, and then we'll blast it again, then we'll powder coat it. And obviously then it's 3 or 4 coats of powder coat.
That's in like the most ideal situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and obviously time doesn't always do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got this one, and
like Blue Peter.
Isn't it?
Here's one we did earlier.
Here's one you did earlier. There you go. Right.
Exactly.
So next up is...
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. Right.
Wait, the cat has to go backwards for this one. alright. Well, that's both of these now completely done. So they look, don't have one full that looks like before.
Yeah.
I hate the texture, look, it feels horrible.
This is what I've still been doing. Alright,
So there you go. So
okay.
that's
When it started, that's sort of when everything's grinding.
dirty and grubby, and then silvery and shiny. It's good. So what's the next step?
So the plan is hang them up and basically we dust them all off, preheat them in the oven, and then we get powder coat.
So dust them off, then put in the oven.
Then put them in the oven.
Right.
You want to basically, because anything that's going to come out of them, so you might have a I'm not really sure, it's chemical. So basically when you heat them up, there might be something that comes out of them.
Oh, like
so you want it
oils
outgassed,
or something like
It's
that.
called outgassing. So
Right.
yeah, anything, you don't want it to happen when it's been powder coated, you want it to happen before, give them a quick wipe down, then you're ready to prime them and you know that they're clean.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Well, let's go.
onwards and up.
Okay, so we're going to outgas these now, which basically means what?
So all of it's basically preparing it for being powder coated. So anything that's in there that shouldn't be will come out with the outgassing.
Like oils and just dirt and paint.
So to be honest, I don't really know.
Okay,
I know
cool.
it's something you have to do.
Science.
Science, exactly.
So we've got it at 180. It was 190, but obviously you opened it. So
Yeah.
what's the magic number we're looking for on
So the
that?
magic number for the primer is 180, but the copper is actually 200.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
what do we need this to get to
So
now?
usually, we'll want this to get back up to 200, and then usually what I do, so I'll be priming at 180. So actually I'll set this to 190, and then that gives me 10 degrees for it to drop when I'm opening and closing the door.
Okay. Yeah.
So it means it doesn't drop too much.
Cool.
So it'll be cooked at 10 minutes with the primer for about 180, and then it'll come back out. I'll let it cool down to about 100, and then I will powder coat again with the copper, and then it goes back in at 200 for another about 10 to 12 minutes.
So how long are these in for?
These are now in for 10.
10 minutes.
Yes.
I think it means you need to put a kettle on, mate. Now the hot stuff happens.
The hot stuff happens.
So they're at 190, 191. They should have done what they needed to do. Oh my god, that feels amazing. That heat is just beautiful.
You want to be in the sauna right now, don't you?
Oh god, yes please. It's freezing right now. So these have done what you call
Outgassing.
outgassing. So they should have got rid of all of the the oils and whatnot all over them.
Contaminants.
Contaminants, that's the word. Very, very good sciencey posh word. So they are now 190 degrees, and you said we've got to wait till they get down to
About 100.
100 degrees.
Coating, yeah.
So 100 degrees, and then you can chuck them in this little area and start powder coating, and they're going primer first.
Primer first.
What is it we have here then, Rory?
Well, we've just swapped. This is my powder coating gun. It's called an RC2. So I've swapped over to, because I have the quite direct nozzle on, which I use for lots of little bits, but this is the sort of, I call it the cloud nozzle. I don't know what it's actually called.
Okay.
But basically it creates a cloud of powder, which is quite good when we're doing this. I haven't used it in a long time, so we'll see how this goes.
There's only one thing you can do, is just see what happens and hope for the best.
That's the one. That's basically what I do. This is my whole time. All I've ever done is just had a go. Right. So boys and girls, you should be wearing a mask. Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. Let the hotness prevail. Oh my god, it feels amazing. Steady, steady.
And go. Usually I'd be powder layers. This is a demonstration. We're just doing 2. And I will pop my mask on next time.
Yeah, that's fair enough. The ventilation looked adequate anyway, so it looks good.
Yeah, no, it's quite good. I'm quite pleased with my... I started off with a...
Just a quick one before you go on.
Yes.
Now they're at 180.
Yeah.
How long? What's the time frame?
10 minutes.
10 minutes in that.
Yeah.
And then that should cure.
Yes.
And then how long do we have to wait after that to put then the effective top coat on?
Similar time to where we had to wait for the outgassing. It's got to get down to sort of 80, 100 degrees, sort of around there.
So 180. Once they're done after 10 minutes, down to about 80 again.
Yeah.
80 to 100.
Yeah.
And then top coat bronze.
Yeah.
And then another 10 minutes.
Yes, about 200.
At 200. And then anything else after that, or is that, or are you going to experiment, or are you going to?
If I decide to put a lacquer on it,
Yeah.
then it's another go with lacquer. And
Okay.
that's 180.
And that's 180, 10 minutes
Yeah,
again.
but the copper's got its own. You'll see it when it
Yeah.
flows out.
Okay. Perfect. Well, we'll see this in another 10 minutes.
Ready?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I understand now. That's a nice colour. Can't really see it that much because of the LEDs. Let me see if I can turn that. Oh, there you go. You can see the copperiness now. Yeah, that's nice. I'll turn that back on so Rory can inspect it. But we've got this one down here. Look at that. That's actually a really nice colour. I bet it's one of those things though. I bet it's one of those things. As soon as you see something powder coated in a colour, you think, I'm going to powder coat everything now.
Oh yeah.
You're like, give me the dining room table.
I've got some
and the chairs.
anti-roll bar bush mounts
Yeah.
in that colour.
Yeah, it's a nice colour.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm a fan. I just want to make sure it's all flowed out. That's all.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty
Looks
happy.
good. Yeah, looks very good.
Because the thing, you gotta, you always look underneath. If it flows out too much, and you start to get, it doesn't quite look like a run, but you can see like a ripple.
Right. This one looks good, to be fair. I know what you mean now. On the top edge here, there's pitting.
I saw the pitting, and I thought that meant it hadn't quite flowed out. But it's not. It's just
because the rest of it's super smooth.
Yeah.
Right, there we are. So that's
Half finished.
Yeah, half finished. So we've got one that's half done, so you can have an idea of how rough it was. One that's pretty much all the paint's been removed, and then obviously we've got 2 that are completely finished.
Yep.
Happy with the results?
Yeah, happy with the results. I think I might, when I do these, I might put another coat on these, just because obviously they're putting up with a lot of abuse when they're in the car.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, probably plonk another one on, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's showing up on the, but pretty pleased with that.
It does look good, I must admit. I do like this colour. I like, as I said, I do like my greys.
Yeah.
Quite boring, but as a copper, that's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's funny. Obviously, all this effort's gone into it today, and then it's going to go up into that car on top of the shop, and probably never noticed again.
It's the little details. It's the little,
That's why this is going to take so long.
Think of it like this: once you've done all of this, or once we've done all of this, and you've powder coated all the bits, the trailing arms, the other bits of the suspension, you'll be able to take it to a show, hopefully a classic car show at some point next year or whatever, and stick mirrors underneath it.
Yeah.
And because it's mint, so you can stick mirrors underneath it and be like, this is what we've done. We've powder coated this, we've got this. Like we showed earlier on, all the bits and bobs. It's going to look good.
Yeah. And I feel I must mention, because I think I left it out from another bit, we're talking about the underside of primer. He has been, so that is 2 coats of epoxy primer, followed by 2 coats of, it's like Raptor, but it's actually a Mica protector that I use. But similar, everyone's on offer, that's the one I get.
Proper hardware.
Yeah, and it's tintable. So it's like stone chip on steroids, but you can tint it any colour you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so instead of having like a black or like just plain white, you can mix it up.
Yeah, you buy just black mostly, but there's also a tintable version, so you literally, so you obviously mix it with whatever paint you need.
Yeah.
It turns out that colour. It's usually, that's also got then a 2K thrown over the top. So that's right, 5 coats of paint on it.
I did notice that it was quite thick, but you don't see that it's thick. If you know when you see things, if you know, you know type of thing.
Yeah, it also depends on how you applicate it. So that was applicated through a primer gun rather than through the Schultz gun that they give you, because that's literally like a cannon and it just comes out and you're like, oh, it's done.
Oh, yeah, like a proper thick bead type of thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, where's the powder coat from?
So this is from the powdercoatingstore.com. It's called Sterling Copper. It doesn't have a plain code, sorry.
Sterling copper. I suppose it's like, it looks like 2p's.
Yes.
Like pound sterling, sterling copper. That's what comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So what's on next week's agenda then?
Well, next week's agenda, I think, will be powder coating more suspension stuff. So I've got some rear trailing arms, some control arms, hubs, etc.
So some good bits of kit.
I'll try and not do too much off camera.
Yeah. No, that's good. I think that, because there's quite a lot there, we're going to stretch that over 2 weeks because today we've used an entire Sunday to do just this.
Yes.
So to do the other components, we'll both be at it, and we're going to stretch that over 2 weeks. So then we can do not a long episode, but one episode that incorporates everything in one. Because you now see the process. We'll basically show you what these look like. We'll strip them down, and then we'll show you what they look like after. I think that's probably the better.
I think that would be the better.
But yeah, like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Anything you want to add to today?
No, I think that's it. It's all good.
Sweet.
Been a pleasure.
Awesome. All right. Well, see you later.
See you later. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.